The thumbnail talk's fun.
You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah, man, let's do it. What's up, guys? We just finished a new episode. You're about to watch it now. On this episode, we drink Martin House. Martin House throwing out the last Girl Scout. And as you can imagine, it's a Girl Scout cookie. We won't tell you which one. You got to find out. We talk about people posing in the mirror at the gym. Is it weird? Is it good, normal? You'll find out. We talk about being in people's TikTok videos. Someone that's getting back into fitness. Are you that person? You might want to stick around and listen. You worked out before and now you're getting back into it. Yeah. And then we talk about 3 events or bands that we would like to go see in the past. Enjoy, guys. And stay groovy.
Cheers.
Yeah. Back at it again. You know, you change your shoes, your shirt, check your hair, make sure it ain't out of sorts, and you're on the next week just like that.
Nothing to it. Nothing to it. Just like clockwork.
Yeah.
Like clockwork. Still got the same joggers on though.
Oh, dude, come on, man. Well, I got the same shorts, but I changed my shoes and stuff. What do we have this week? I know they don't need an introduction, but we're going to have to introduce the beer.
This week we have The Last Girl Scout by Martin House Brewery.
They need no introduction on here.
This is a whiskey barrel aged thin mint stout.
Girl Scout cookie.
11.6. I am fired the fuck up.
I have to admit I've had it.
Yeah.
I've had it on tap, and I've had it out of a can. And I won't say anything. I'm going to let you try it first.
Into the Martinverse. So this chick killed the monster that lives off cookies. She wears his magical white eye around her neck along with some other trophies. But the monster didn't go down without a fight.
Yeah.
An eye for an eye. And some other bite marks. And shit keeps her covered and mysterious.
You want me to read the about this beer in the tasting notes?
Yes, please do.
While you, I guess, open her up.
Yep.
The Martin House crew expertly recreated the flavors of the classic treat with additions of peppermint, chocolate, vanilla, and brown sugar. Brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
A ribbon of lactose smooths out the body into a creamy, thick delight. And the time spent aging in whiskey barrels earned the brew an oaky spice merit badge. Dude, that right up alone right there just sounds...
got you hooked.
When it says creamy, thick delight in a beer this almost 12% gets me very excited. Now,
creamy and thick.
Tasting notes on this bad boy, or bad girl. Layers of decadent mint chocolate vibes dance around with roasty campfire warmth with each fuzzy sip. But don't let the sweetness fool you. With an 11.6, this beer is one tough cookie. That doesn't explain any sort of fucking tasting notes. That was a horrible write-up. That was not Martin House that wrote that up, by the way.
Dude,
rich, boozy, dessert inspired.
I've never met a person that does not like thin mint Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah, I can't say I ever have either. Let me check the Untapped.
If you do, you're fucking un-American.
Yeah,
you
no,
know
that's
what I'm
for
saying?
sure. If you don't like Girl Scout cookies in general, you're un-American. Anything else that you want to add about the box? Martin House always knocking out the box thing.
Their box order is just phenomenal.
So when I went up there, I was talking to the guy behind the bar there at the brewery, and he said that artist that they have there is just
top notch.
That dude could be doing tattoo art, could be doing cartoon art, could be doing whatever they want. Yeah. He's just killing them. So this one on the Untapped, since we're doing some Untapped ratings now, got a 4.24. So,
okay,
they made it into the
full.
Oh yeah, yeah, and a 4.2 ain't playing around. I believe it at 4.2, 4.3. That's when you start getting into the like these are getting good.
So it's kind of like El Capitan with his one bite. Everybody knows the rules.
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Oh, Dave Portnoy.
Oh shit, yeah, dude.
The one bite.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the
Oh, you're
rules,
talking
one
about
bite.
the pizza.
Yeah, the pizza, one bite.
El Capitan is what we called our
Yeah.
first purchaser. So that's what I was like.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what? All right. Did you try it yet? Did you smell
No,
it?
but I smelt it, and boy, that son of a bitch smelled just like a Thin Mint.
You smelt it. They dealt it.
Man.
Let's see if Martin House dealt it again. Like I said, I've had it, but we've been sitting on this for a bit.
Yeah.
So maybe it's aged and got even better. So you want to know something about this beer before you say anything? It was brewed on March 21st, 2022. So we've been sitting on this for over a year. I didn't realize we'd had this for that long.
Maybe we should buy another one.
It smells good. That smells exactly like
A Thin Mint.
for those looking through and not being able
Yeah.
to smell it. That's a Thin Mint cookie, or that's a what do they call them? Thin Mints? Yeah.
Thin Mint. Yeah.
Holy shit. That's
Yeah.
it to the T.
Yeah.
If you put the box in front of me of the cookies or this,
Wouldn't be able to tell.
I wouldn't be able to tell.
Wouldn't be able to tell.
Like a menthol cigarette. If you see this at your local store, I highly suggest you go ahead and buy it. So we have a friend, Travis. They really enjoyed it, and they bought multiple boxes, if I remember right. And also, the place where I got this, somebody liked it so much they went in and bought them out completely of those boxes.
Just bought all the boxes.
Yeah, luckily I got one before, because as soon as they were putting them in the refrigerator, I was there and I was like, "Oh, give me one! Like I want one." Not luckily, I got it before this guy just walked in and I think they had like 8 boxes. I got one, so they bought 7 of them.
You could get this at your local HEB.
Yeah, but they try and support that local bar that I go to, that craft bar.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, you can get this at your local HEB.
If you still can, I don't know. It's probably bought through now. They've probably sold out on all of
Right.
them.
I'm sure it's seasonal, but I'm saying if you
Yeah, if
keep
you
your
find
eyes
it,
open,
if you can find it, definitely get it. Let's let that sit for a bit, and then
let it open up.
Since we're doing Martin House and these guys are super fucking cool, once again, go follow their Instagram. I can't say that enough because I really enjoy it. If you're in the Dallas area, go to their brewery.
Support them guys.
We have literally like up-talked this brewery more than any other, but they're cool.
I don't know. Bye got some.
Yeah,
got
some love in the beginning.
Yeah.
But yeah,
With their fluff.
oh, that's incredible. But I don't feel like I can outdo myself with these guys and like up them, and then they get there and somebody's like, that was okay. Nah, you're getting blown away by this brewery. Let's start out with something funny since this Martin House kind of topics-esque today. Thoughts on posing in the mirror at the gym. So you're in there, you're doing your curls or your bench press and everything, and
I'm
there's
showing my butt, taking a picture.
no,
of my
you're
butt
posing,
off.
you're checking out your your lats, your biceps.
Okay,
You're doing like a slight posing routine.
Okay, so you got a stringer on, either that or you're shirtless.
I don't
You
even
going
say
shirtless?
that. Either way. What are your thoughts on it? Like in the middle of the gym, and just start striking some poses. And
All right,
you come from the bodybuilding world, so this is what I got to hear from you.
so one depends what gym you in.
Let's say you're in the ultimate influencer gym from hell.
Yeah, well, fuck it. You can do whatever you want over there. You drag your nuts across the bench over there.
Yes, you could probably
Yeah.
do that. Actually, somebody might talk to you about that one. They might. Just make sure you get it on film.
Yeah, I'm
and
about to say
hashtag Alpha Lamb, bro.
if your tripod is up, they ain't gonna tell you nothing.
That's probably true. No, but it's just, to me, it's hilarious. You'll see somebody knock out a set, and then I'll look over, and they immediately they go to that tricep, boom, got to show that tricep. Or they pull the sleeve over like that, so they get some of that chest in there. Fucking. What are your thoughts, man? You're the
Man.
you. I know you've done it. I know it.
At my old man's place, yeah. When I'm the only motherfucker there.
Can we get you in a gym to do a posing routine
No.
in front of a
No.
mirror on camera?
No.
Dude, if you're not knocking out that classic Arnold pose with that like sideways stance and shit,
twisted.
yeah. What do they
Yeah.
call that? Does it have a name?
No. it's
Arnold
just-
pose, right?
yeah.
That's it.
Bumstead does
I don't
it.
care.
Yeah.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I know we say this. I love this Bumstead dude. The more I see him, like the more he pops up on
The Savage.
my algorithms, he says some pretty intellectual shit.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh wow, this guy's
He's not a fucking dummy.
he's a deep theologian
Yeah,
though,
he's
like
not
in the
fucking-
workout realm. It's
Yeah.
so weird though, you know?
Yeah.
You think like, oh, meathead, you see him, but then he starts talking and you're like, oh, you're well read, well thought on things. That's impressive.
So they have some smart motherfuckers out there that
Yeah.
lift weights, yeah.
But that's pretty cool though. Like
Yeah.
you want to see people in those top spots
yeah.
being kind and not just dicks, and so it's kind of cool to see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're not knocking out the Arnold pose to me in front of the mirror, just get the fuck out of the way. I want to see the big poses.
'Cause,
Rip your goddamn shirt off like a real
majority
man
of 'em are
or a
just-
real woman.
Or just lifting up
Yeah.
their shirt and flexing their
My
abs.
favorite is when they pull this over just a little bit, so they turn sideways. I'm like, dude, go all out. Like, go all out. If you're gonna do it, I want to see you just rip the shirt off,
Yeah.
like Hulk Hogan, Macho Man style, and just get in the fuck.
Because none of that posing looks good unless you like 2 weeks out from a show.
Oh no!
I mean, nobody wants to see somebody that's not ripped
If I'm doing it, people are watching for sure.
because you're screaming. I mean, is that why? I mean,
Yeah, if you can give, if you
are they
got me
looking
to
like,
literally
what the
do it,
fuck is wrong with this dude?
if you got me to actually pose in the mirrors at a gym or with people around,
Just
I would
screaming
scream.
all-
Yeah, just holding the fucking.
Look at me.
Boom. It is funny though, because a lot of it's high school, like the high school age kids
Uh-huh.
I've noticed, which is funny. I mean, shit, dude, if you're proud of your body, I know we're joking and shit, and it is weird, you know what I mean?
But
It's just odd to be around. Like when you're in a locker room with the dudes and his chonies, it's like normal, but at the same time, it's still a little weird. Like it's out of sorts. That's what you're doing. The guy posing in the mirror is the dude and the old man in the locker room walk around in his undies. That's
No.
the best. That's the
No.
best way. Yes, it is.
No.
But if you pose in the gym in the mirrors and people are around, you're the old man with the crusty nuts hanging out.
you the old man without any underwear on, with his
Yeah.
leg up on a bench trying to talk to
That's
somebody.
how I don't know if I feel that awkward, but you're definitely shimmying around
Yeah.
in a locker
Yeah.
in the locker room. Yeah, I get it though. Like if I had some of the muscles they had, like I would show them off.
So I totally get the body positive shit. I understand it.
Yeah.
You know? But
You guys are looking at a man here that is posed in front of many mirrors. You've done it just because
not
your
just the same
background.
fucking mirror. Not many.
I like to think there's not a
no.
mirror in the Houston area that
It's the
hasn't seen
same
you do
fucking
some
mirror.
quick pose in it.
No.
Is that what you do when
No.
you test out a new gym? You go in and make sure
Where's
the
the
mirrors-
lighting at, bro? Where's the lighting?
My favorite is our friend of the show or whatever. He's been on a few times, John Boy. Like I'll ask him, hey man, what's your workout routine? And he tells you like what he would do in 2 hours. He's like, oh, just nothing but chest, and then I gotta have about an hour of mirror routines.
Mirror time.
Mirror time.
Mirror time.
It gives me a kick every time. I get it, and just a little bit that I've learned from like the bodybuilding world. You really are trying to hit certain points, trying to see if that's coming through, but at the same time, you may not need to check that out or at the gym at that time. I don't know. Are you trying to look and see if the pump's hitting the right spot, or like take it from a analytical? Like if you were to do it on purpose, you, not a high schooler, is there a reason why you would be posing in front of the mirror between sets?
To actually feel the muscle whenever you flex it. And
Yeah.
also
Explain that keep going for the people there.
well, some people will do it after they do a set to feel that muscle. I mean, once you got a pump
Mm-hmm.
and you flex and you feeling what that muscle feels like.
Gotcha.
And also, I think at one time they were trying to say if you flexing after a set is going to help with your conditioning and all that shit.
Whoo!
So I don't.
You are
fucking know.
educating these YouTube viewers right now. I'm learning something.
The same mirror.
That's why.
Ain't but one
That's why I'm
fucking
constantly
mirror.
doing this on the steering wheel. It's like, I got to make sure, like, so I go in the gym, and after a set, I just squeeze like that. Ooh,
I bet you're doing
so
that
I
at
look
every
better
red
for
light, huh?
Yeah, I got. Well,
I bet
got
you roll
to.
down the window
Yeah,
and show the motherfucker on
we
side.
live in
huh?
Houston, dude. I always got my windows down. Like, I don't even use the AC. You just gonna sweat for me? Like getting off work. I don't need it.
I like a little bit confident though.
You're getting old. You know, I'm not 40 yet, so
My blood be thin.
You're on them old man pills and stuff. Damn, I didn't say that. Let's go. Let's move along here. With that being said, and I know we talked about TikTok last week, but let's talk about this because it kind of goes along with what we're talking about. Being in TikTok videos, like other people's TikTok videos.
Videos in general?
Yeah, we'll say like, so I'm starting to see it. It's been very popular for a while. Like zooming in on people in your video that are behind you watching what you're doing and like looking at the face and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? So if I'm deadlifting this big deadlift and some dude's watching behind me in my video, they zoom in on their face instead of the deadlift itself and like just get their facial reactions. So like sometimes they'll post something from a dude looking at a girl's ass or something like, damn, you know, or something like that. What are your thoughts though on people just kind of putting you on blast and these videos are going like nuclear online, you know what I mean? Like,
so the only thing I could say,
people are using you working out at the gym to their benefit.
Right. So they have an old boy called Joey Swole that calls people out.
I think I know who you're talking about. I just didn't know his name.
Yeah, with the hat on backwards.
I think so. Yeah, he seems like a cool dude.
Yeah. But his main thing is not that you, kind of that you filming other people, but it's more of that when people are filming, they get mad because somebody else walks in the frame, or they film and somebody walks into the frame and might just look at them and grab the thing, and that person thinks they checking them out and all that shit. So he breaks it down like, no, motherfucker.
You're in a public place.
This is a public place.
Now, the one thing that differs from your gym and my gym is I don't think you sign a waiver to be on other people's cameras.
No.
You show up to Alpha Land.
You signing that
You
waiver.
show up to Alpha Land, you're signing a waiver that you are not only, if you die from like blowing your back out on a squat, you sign your life away that you're going to be on other people's videos. And that's crazy.
I mean, the old
I
gym,
get it, but
the old gym we had to sign it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just funny that you have to sign that paper when you walk in.
And you know that is the only fucking gym that I've ever signed a video waiver.
Not that they're filming you, but that you will be in
other
people's
people. Yes, they flat out tell you will be in the background of other people's videos.
Yeah, so you can't complain.
Right.
My thing is I think it's funny when, say, like somebody's deadlifting and they want people, or like they want people to look, so they look for it behind their video. Yeah. That shit's like, so for me it makes it awkward because you kind of just get in the groove, you're lifting whatever lift you're doing, you're suffering, and you just go to look up, and all of a sudden there's a camera in your face, and you're like, oh shit, like they're gonna think I'm looking at them. They're gonna think I'm looking at them, and then you're in like somebody's video. It makes it feel so awkward sometimes.
Man, they just be in a bind if they catch me, because I'll stab motherfucker down. I don't give a fuck.
So today I did it. I'm walking out of Alpha. There's these two young girls out there doing something. They set their little tripod up outside next to that fountain or whatever, and they got their 3Ds and their. So I'm getting to the point now where I just don't care anymore, kind of. And so I just I have my glasses on because it's sunny, and I'm like behind them in the video. So I'm sure they've seen it by now. Yeah. But yeah, I was walking behind them just. I'm tired of being like normal. I'm just gonna start fucking with all you guys. They probably like it.
The Gold Gym I go to, what it was yesterday, I saw one person filming himself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I might see one person a week with a tripod with their.
Oh, it's coming.
With their phone set
It's
up.
a plague.
I don't know.
Today I filmed all my squat sets, but it was like for form. Mm-hmm. Man, my squats are feeling better again, so not a lot of knee movement. I was like, yes. It's weird because
Well, that hemorrhoid done sucked back in, huh?
maybe, I don't know. I was told that it's going to take like 3 months.
Yeah, somebody lied to you.
I don't know,
Keep
dude.
pushing it in.
Yeah. But you're okay with being in other people's videos? Like, the thing that's weird is because they try and embarrass people sometimes.
So, I'm a hard motherfucker to embarrass. I embarrass myself enough.
Yeah.
It would be hard for me to let somebody else embarrass me. Frankly, I don't give a fuck. So they could put me in whatever video they want. I mean, unless I'm fucking naked, I really don't care.
Huh. And at that point, you're charging.
I have been paid before.
Hey, there you go. You want to do a sponsor now before we get into the heavy stuff?
Today's sponsor brought to you by. So Ugly sent us
Again.
another bag.
Yeah.
So these are the sea salt.
Oh, dude, I love sea salt chips.
And so if y'all didn't catch the Uglies on the previous episodes.
Wasn't that the weird one? The last Uglies we ate? Wasn't that was that the stuffing one?
No,
Thanksgiving stuffing?
No, that was the HEB. HEB brand.
Yeah.
But these, the Uglies, the reason they call them the Uglies, because of these are the potatoes that don't make the cut.
Oh, that's cool.
So they
these fuckers are using the junk and making money off of dumb people like us.
Yeah.
We're the Uglies.
Yeah.
We're the Uglies. It's okay, man. We still make money. I hate when I grab the one that brings the 2-for-1 chip. Yeah, I'm gonna sit here and eat these all day. Another week of get these out of my hand. All right. We'll go with the one that we were talking about before the show. What are your thoughts on somebody, maybe a checklist that they should go through mentally on people getting back into fitness? Not people starting their fitness journey, but say they were into fitness, they took a couple of years off, work got busy, they just stopped caring about going to the gym, whatever it is. They stopped going to the gym for a couple of years, maybe even more than a couple of years, and they're getting back into fitness. What are your thoughts on maybe what they should go over mentally, like a checklist of showing back up to the gym, how they should frame their routine? Because I know we have people that watch us. They want to know about some workout shit.
I would have to say,
do everything for time as fast as you can.
As fast as you can, as heavy as you can go.
Join CrossFit gym. Yeah.
I would have to tell them that you're not the person you were when you were doing it the first time. So don't think you're going to go in there and lift the world. 'Cause I would have to imagine that more people hurt themselves thinking about what they used to be able to do.
Yeah.
And try to get there too quick.
Yeah, they're trying to emulate that again. Yeah. I used to squat 3 plates, and they load up into that and
try to get to 3 plates as soon as they can. The next thing you know,
it's like getting kicked off a horse.
Yeah, got a slip disc or whatever they do, you know.
Yeah. So if I'm out of the fitness industry for a while and I'm getting back into it, my mind is telling me showing up a couple of times a week, pick the days, be very militant about those days. I'm going to go twice a week. No. I'm going to go Monday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Or, which you should start to me at least 3 times a week. You can vary your workout up enough to where you're not going to overdo one muscle group. Going 3 times a week. Say Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Take your weekend. Starting right out. Super easy. You going in and just moving, dude. You ain't been moving. You just go in and get moving. There's too many things online right now with too many easy-ass routines to follow.
Push, pull, legs.
Correct. You can YouTube, Google so much shit now to where you don't need to be...
These motherfuckers got it so easy.
Yeah.
With the internet, all this information that's out there to do anything nowadays.
Yeah.
You
want to hit your delts, there's a video on how to hit your delts.
To me, it's it's ridiculous that there's so much information out there and people are still lazy as fuck and say, well, I don't know what I'm doing. Motherfucker, you can't watch a YouTube video?
Yeah. Well, I think the quick word for them is Google.
Yeah.
Now, yeah. So, especially if you're getting back into the fitness industry, you probably the best thing that you should do is just take your time.
Mm-hmm.
Move. You're moving. Go through the same. Say you go through the same workouts you used to. What if you go 5 times? I used to go 5 times a day. Go those 5 times a day. Monday I worked out back. Tuesday I worked out arms. Whatever it is. Do that again. Just do
Take it easy.
20% of those reps though.
Yeah.
Start with your lightweight. Do the same curl regiment you did, but just go really fucking light.
Mm-hmm.
You're just moving.
Yeah.
Man, I've seen some people come back in the CrossFit gym that didn't, like, they took 6 months off and they would come in there flying. I'm like, whoa, hey, like, just move.
Yeah.
All you got to do is move. So, yeah, that's my.
For one, I mean, muscle memory is a real thing. So that's going to bounce back quick enough. And second of all I can tell you is just don't get out of exercising.
Yeah, well, that.
Don't take that break.
But inevitably, somebody will.
Yeah.
Don't take that shit off. Take that shit off the fucking table.
Yeah.
Take quitting or stopping off the fucking table. That's a bet. If we're talking workout advice, that's it. Today, I was busy. Like, I had a lot of shit to do this morning. Had to come and do these YouTube videos. I didn't have enough time kind of to go to the gym today. You know what I did? I went to the fucking gym.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot done in a shorter time than I would remain there, but I go every Saturday, and I will go every Saturday. I made myself go. Even though it wasn't the ample amount of time I wanted, it's still keeping that routine because it gets easier and easier to say, I don't need to go today.
Well, I didn't go last Saturday,
Yeah.
so...
Yeah, it gets real easy to get out of that
Saturday.
routine.
Yeah.
So be militant about that routine.
And the older you get, the harder it is to keep... the older you get, the harder it is to get back into it.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, so if you're 50...
Yeah, and you keep doing it, it's easier to keep doing it.
Oh. Yeah, if you're 50, like Bud here,
Yeah.
you gotta, don't quit. You're
No,
dead.
Fuck it. If you
You'll die.
quit, you're going to shrivel up and die.
Yeah, it's
And I totally believe that.
Oh, dude. Yeah, people have asked me, 38, why are you lifting heavy right now? Like, why don't you just maintain? I'm like, dude.
There's no
and
such thing.
I get that. There's a few goals. Like, this is going to sound funny. We'll bring up something. I have a few goals with, like, squatting and deadlift that I want to hit, that I have to fucking hit.
Mm-hmm.
One is that 666 pull. I got to do it for Chris. I think that's the coolest deadlift number. What's more cooler than pulling a 666 deadlift? First, the name and the weight just seem to go hand in hand. Plus, I want to do it for one of our buddies. But I've got to get to that, and then maybe when I get to that, I'll maintain. But I'm going to build muscle for as long as I fucking can.
Yeah,
and then when it stops building, then I can maintain.
But what's the point of maintaining? You know what I'm saying?
Just to maintain.
If I'm not going to the gym to bust my ass, what's the point of going to the fucking
So
gym?
if you go to the gym and bust your ass, you're probably gonna get better. Yeah, that's not maintaining. Maintaining to me is just showing up and going through the movements.
There ain't no need for me to go to the fucking gym if all I'm doing is maintaining.
That's true. You know how easy it'd be to just drive home after work? Amount of shit you could get done around the house.
You know how many beers I could drink?
I've had that conversation numerous times where I'm like, dude, if I just went home today, I've got this, and this to do.
Yeah.
Study for this, work on this.
It'll be there Sunday.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
It'll
Man,
be there Sunday.
take not showing up off the fucking table. Just get to the goddamn gym. That was easy enough.
Or to the track or to the pool or whatever the fuck you do.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I got to be lifting weights.
Racing cars.
Ah,
Never stop racing cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riding motorcycles, dirt bike, whatever the fuck it is.
No, I'm talking about illegal street racing. Yeah.
Where they stop the road
Yeah.
and the cops come and they all...
Roads closed, pizza
Yeah.
boy. Yeah, you
Yeah.
got to keep doing that. Otherwise, you start sucking. So always break the law.
Cocksuckers.
All right. We'll end it off with this. It's very Martin Housey, so why not? 3 bands. We've done this before, I'm pretty sure. But we got new viewers. We're like 87 now. We're cooking. 3 bands or events that you could go back and see in time.
3 bands.
3 bands or the event. So you could go to a like Woodstock. Woodstock is on my list.
Give the fuck less about Woodstock.
I only want to go to Woodstock because there's so much talked about. And you could see all those great bands that were back then all in one spot. So it's like cheating.
Because you could see Jimmy and
correct. Janis Joplin, all those
at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, man, you just fucking smoke some weed, do some shrooms, and just feel around.
Yeah, be naked with the rest of us running in through the mud. Yeah. Man, did you see that They got a documentary.
So I thought it might go this way. I didn't want to talk about it because I was going to use some fucking words that I didn't want to use. I saw that documentary on Netflix.
Yeah.
Knowing what I know about that, if I went back to that event, I'm going around beating a lot of fucking people's asses. I was worried about having this conversation because I was like, damn, Instagram, I'm going to see the fuck that we're talking about this shit. I might use a few words that sound a little bit colorful. There's a lot of pile of shit people at that fucking concert. For those that don't know, watch the Woodstock. What is it called? The Woodstock 99, right? It was 99 or something like that in the 98. It was they tried to redo Woodstock again.
Right. But the documentary, the old boy that did the original Woodstock, he tried doing it 2 more times.
Yeah.
And the other 2 times were total clusterfuck. The second time they lost money, so the third time all they did was make money and fuck everybody over.
Dude.
Yeah.
It was let's put it lightly. It was not safe to be a woman and go to that. You were not you were shitting and drinking out of that water, like legit. People were diving in like straight porta potty water.
Yeah. They told these people they couldn't bring nothing in.
Yeah.
So,
and this is back in the days of cash too. This isn't like now where I could get on my phone and kind of
skull fucked them on the prices. But anyway, getting back to
$80 for like a hot dog and water.
Getting back to your question,
go and watch that on Netflix. You'll be as pissed off as I was.
Man, that's such a fucked up.
Watching that made me like wanna like.
Now you realize why certain bands don't. Or they'll sell their own tickets. You know, they won't play at certain venues.
Yeah.
I mean, now you realize.
Oh,
because they got some bands that don't want to be associated with certain things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
I'm not going back to that event. Yeah. Unless I was dressed like a superhero and I was beating the shit out of people doing shitty and shifty things. That maybe you and I should go back to that event. Dress up like superheroes and just go to the places where bad shit happened and kick the shit out of those people.
Be like Thanos, just fucking look.
And also just bring some fucking water.
Yeah,
like I'm sure those kids just wanted water. Yeah. All those people in the interview was like, I just wanted some water.
Yeah, I wouldn't sell it for $7. I'd sell it for $6.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Like here, save $1.
Save $1. Pick 3. I know now. Dude, there's some that aren't going to make the cut because it's only 3. But
yeah, I mean, Elvis.
Okay.
They got too many.
Okay, so I'll since you gave me Elvis is a good one.
Yeah.
I would like to see the Beatles live. That would be interesting.
Yeah, because
the drummer.
They just got 1 left?
2. Ringo and...
Ringo's still alive?
I think so. Yeah.
I thought Ringo died a few years ago.
I don't think so. I think he's still kicking.
Okay.
I would like to see the Beatles in whole. That would be good. The drummer, I think he made alternative drumming what it is today. His drumming was easy, but at the same time, it was so different. And
so if y'all don't know drumming background, so that's why.
I would like to see that. Not to mention I like their music. The Beatles are good. I'm an alternative rock guy. They made alternative rock what it is today. Okay. I think. They're the fucking beginning of it.
Okay.
Beatles, man, see, because there's a lot of things. The Queen, the AIDS concert that they did, I would love to see Queen at that I think it was South Africa or Africa. Yeah. If you have not seen that, go watch that on YouTube.
Bohemian Rhapsody?
You can watch. No, I'm talking about the real event. You can watch the real event on YouTube. Okay. Insanely good. That guy's pipes, his work of the crowd, nobody's doing that. Nobody can do that. Maybe Michael Jackson, I don't think he really worked the crowd like that. He was just awesome, but he worked the crowd so good, it was insane. That those two are man. Yeah.
They also got a documentary about Queen.
Yeah.
So that big hair fucker in the
Mhm.
band,
Yeah.
he said they realized that they knew Freddie Mercury was one of a kind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whenever they went back on tour, when they had to hire all these singers
Mm-hmm.
to do the different ranges that Freddie Mercury,
Impossible.
he said we had to have 6 different singers
No
to
doubt.
sing our music because nobody had the range that Freddie, and that was one man
Yeah.
had a range of 6, 7 other singers.
Yeah, I would like to go to I think it was in South Africa.
Yeah.
It was in Africa, I believe, and it
Yeah.
was an AIDS benefit concert.
Yeah.
And it just you can get on YouTube and watch it. I highly suggest it. It's insane.
Yeah.
Man, the Beatles, I just want to see the Beatles. I'd like to see to see Nirvana. I didn't get to go see Nirvana. I would like to see it. I'm not saying this is the best band of all
No,
time.
I'm gonna say something very controversial.
Yeah, they're not that good. We get you.
They're not that good, and the best thing ever come out of fucking Nirvana is that drummer.
Oh, yeah. See, I think Foo Fighters is kind of overrated. It's very generic rock. Now, that doesn't mean I don't think they're good. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But they don't have enough seasoning for me. Like, it gets me more like
Yeah.
the drummer's not doing shit that I'm like, oh, wow. The singing is very good. His voice and it's so good.
Yeah.
But it's not, it's like American food. Sometimes I want to eat Cajun or, you know what I mean? It doesn't have enough spice to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nirvana, just because, I don't know, I grew up listening to Nirvana. Maybe go to like a Lollapalooza back then when like Pearl Jam,
Ooh,
Nirvana, all those guys were coming up. You get to see, what's his name, that Black Hole Sun guy, Chris Cornell.
That fucker had a
Soundgarden,
voice on
that's
him.
it. See Soundgarden, all those guys in one spot. Like if there was a '90s grunge tour that had all that, because that's I predominantly. I mean, you too. You're a little older. Grew up in the '90s. I would love to hear that. You could hear Smashing Pumpkins with them like that. Man, that'd be badass.
I'm more of an 80s child myself, but I'll take that 90s shit.
Yeah, I guess so. If I had to narrow it down, I had to. Now, these aren't necessarily my favorites, but yes, I got to go to Woodstock because that's all you hear about. So I take that off the list, and you get to see Jimi Hendrix play, plus
Light
more.
his guitar on fire.
Yeah. The Queen in Africa one, and then shit. Man, there's Nirvana did that live of acoustic one on MTV.
Yeah.
I'll pick that. Just because people know it. I think people know it. To hear Nirvana and that live acoustic set, there wasn't very many people in that room to hear that. I'd like to be one of them. Those would be my 3. And now that's not necessarily my favorite bands, or what I would pick to listen to on my phone if I'm driving in a car. But those are ones that would be cool to check off the list. But man, to not be able to see the Beatles or Elvis like that, or Johnny Cash back then. Ooh, there's a lot out there that you have to like sift through.
Man,
It's like cutting off an arm or a leg.
when Johnny redid that 9 Inch Nails song,
Took
Hurt
it.
Myself Today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's his name? Trent Reznor.
Yeah.
I think.
No, he said it. That's a
Yeah,
Johnny Cash song.
Yeah, he
now.
said, yeah, that's his song.
Yeah.
He just bowed out gracefully.
Yeah.
Because his version was okay.
It wasn't that good.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I would listen to it from time to time, but not if you
Yeah.
gotta tell me I gotta listen to Johnny Cash's version. Yeah,
Yeah.
switch the
better.
song.
Way better.
Yeah, but yeah, I want to see like a '90s grunge tour back then. Like if they could just get all those, man, because then you get like what is it, Offspring and all those that keep them separated. Then you get Green Day in there, like the Dookie album. That like I said,
Yeah, that was
Smashing
their
Pumpkins
breakout
album. Yeah, if I could get that whole group in the '90s, that would be a badass. And it doesn't involve like rape, pillage, and murder. Yeah, in the stands, and I could go just watch that for what it was. That would be great.
Man, this week I bought tickets to go see 3 Doors Down in Candlebox.
Hell yeah, Dude, that's some good stuff. Where you seen them at?
Smart Financial.
That's
On
a great
Saturday.
menu out here. Oh, dude. As we get older, that on a Saturday sounds so fucking good. So that Smart Financial is like in my stomping grounds. And so to not drive that far sounds great. On a Saturday sounds even better. And then to see a couple of old school bands from the 90s, early 2000s knock it out, that'd be cool.
Is the Candlebox singer still alive? The
Man,
original?
I don't know. I
I
don't
thought
know
that
much
fucker
about
died.
Candlebox. I know the band. I don't know. I don't have like they've never been one that I was like, oh shit, but I know who they are. Yeah, I have. I don't know if I discussed this, but I bought a ticket via like a VIP ticket to go see one of my favorite bands in one of my favorite bucket list spots up there in Red Rock.
Yeah.
So going up to Red Rock to see Young the Giant on a Wednesday. No, we're me and a couple of guys are gonna go out there. Red Rock Amphitheater up in Colorado has been on my bucket list for a long time, and Young the Giant is one of my favorite indie bands. And like, why not knock out both at the same time?
I feel there's a bunch of indie bands that play over there, and not more indie than anything.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about it. I do know that Bert Crasher, I think I was telling you that one time, they gave him the option. He's a comedian. They gave him the option if he wanted to, as soon as he was finished, they'd rush him out so he didn't have to wait in parking, or he could stay and hang out and like let everybody go and then they'd get him out. And he chose to stay behind and smoke a doob on stage with nobody in there.
Yeah.
Thought that was pretty cool. But I don't know much about the venue because I just was like, probably never get to go. This year I was like, fuck it, dude.
Yeah.
Having fun this year. Why not go to Red Rock? Not to mention it's in Colorado.
Yeah.
Hit a couple of breweries up. Whitewater rafting. Think the fellas were gonna rent a Jeep, maybe a Bronco. Fuck Jeeps. Who drives Jeeps?
Who drives Broncos?
Man, I saw the new Bronco Raptor today. That edition. Oh, Jesus, that's a beefy boy.
Yeah.
It's a good looking vehicle. So you've seen the new Bronco, not the small little one. Like that little like Explorer one or whatever, the sport one. Yeah, that's like the little chill version.
Okay.
Then there's the Bronco with all its little additions. Well, they released the Bronco Raptor. Today I saw one of the Raptors, and it is beefy. It looks good.
Engine?
Yeah, I guess it's got a V8 in it probably, or a big V6. Today probably a big V6. That's lame shit, dude. Bring back the V8. But yeah,
What the Raptors have in them?
it's bigger suspension, wider base.
No,
like
I'm talking about the truck.
I don't know. I think they started out with the V8 if I'm not mistaken. I'm not as much in the car world anymore. I think it started V8 and then they got strong V6s because it was better on gas and dude, technology now. Yeah. It's weird that a V6 can, make the same power as an old V8 did and better fuel economy. So I think that's where it's at. Hopefully it has a big V6 in it, that new Raptor Bronco. But it looked beefy. I pulled up beside it and I was like, oh, you're not, because I've been seeing the Bronco. I'm like, those are pretty cool looking. And then I saw this bad boy and I was like, God damn, that thing, like it's just it looks wider frame, higher. It's a natural lift to it and everything.
Kind of like an H3.
No, the H3 is a very small. In the Bronco series, the Sport would be the H3. The H2 would be the Bronco, and this Raptor would be like the H1, like the big boy.
Big.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not that
big, but
it's definitely you couldn't, if they were parked next to each other, you can definitely tell the difference. I knew the difference looking at it immediately that there was something different. Then I saw the emblem on there; it said Raptor on it, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Okay.
But anywho, let's review this beer. These motherfuckers sitting here listening to us talk about random ass vehicles now.
They like that.
So what are you thinking? I like it better colder. As it's warmed up, it doesn't feel as much like a menthol cigarette anymore.
I don't know.
It smells incredible, dude.
Yeah.
I know I say this all the time. Put this in hey, Martin House, if you're watching, till minute 43, make a candle of this shit right here and put a wick in it, and I would like to purchase it. It smells so good.
That's a thin mint.
That tastes like a Thin Mint
That's
through
the
and
thing.
through.
You could drink this and a cop will pull you over and you don't even know you're drinking beer.
Yeah. You could also put that on ice cream. Yeah, make an ice cream sundae out of it. Or a
Vanilla.
float. Yeah.
On top of vanilla?
So would you drink this again?
Yes, I would.
You would finish your 6-pack? It's even, they figured out how to get that, like, when you get that peppermint feel in your mouth and you feel like you could blow it out.
Yeah.
When
When
it
you
does
take
that.
that breath in,
Yeah, like,
that coolness.
yeah, it does that.
Yeah.
Like a Pall Mall cigarette. Dude. Martin House always, man. Like, they're always swinging and I love it. I love it.
And a can order's great.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Cheers, guys. Stay groovy.